catfished or did she catfish somebody?
No, she catfished him. She was talking to the guy with a Nicki Minaj filter, and she she was using a Nicki Minaj filter with blonde hair, and the guy. It is so
Oh my
insane,
God.
and she's apparently 33 years old, and the guy is 18. But
What?
I be- I believe they were still happy. I believe they were still happy. Something happened in the end of January, and I'm trying to fill in the blanks what happened. And yeah, she catfished him. But now that she's here and like her lovers left her, there's a long line of suitors over here. It's become the Bachelorette over here. Everyone, everyone in the neighborhood wants to get married to her, and she's like, "Nah, man, I don't have time for all of y'all."
Not
What?
I need to fly to Pakistan.
Right,
They
I was gonna say.
got husbands over there lined up.
and,
Oh,
and she has demands. She has demands like uh now like random our police women, the women of our city that are here to defend her. We're doing her hair, we're doing her eyebrows, whatever there is of them, and
yeah.
yeah, and like she demanded now after my hair's done, I need a bonnet for my hair. I've never seen that bonnet in Pakistan, but they got that arranged for her.
So did she get catfished or
Here are the 6 signs of a top tier man. Are y'all ready? Let's get into it, family. Number 1, he's disciplined. And I mean disciplined in all areas. Number 2, secure within himself. Without the crutches. Crutches being money, status, or looks. This type of man's security is built on him as a person. Without the money and the status. This man still had a rotation. Although he's built an empire for himself, the empire doesn't make him. He made the empire. Number 3, morals, character, and integrity. A man of God. A man who lives by a certain code. A man who holds himself accountable. A man who's considerate. A man of his word. Number 4, relentless ambition. A man who's resilient. Not afraid of taking risks. He does not let failure stop him. Nah, instead failures and losses, this type of man uses that as fuel. Fuel to motivate him to go even harder. Number 5, a humble confidence. Confidence to know exactly who he is and know his worth. Humble enough to know that there's always another level. Coachable, knowing that there's always an area to improve. Number 6, a good leader. A man who leads his own life well, uses wisdom, and demonstrates the capacity and the ability to lead another life well. Here are the 6 signs of a top tier man. Are y'all ready? Let's get into it, family. Number 1, he's He's disciplined. And I mean disciplined in all areas. Number 2, secure within himself. Without the crutches. Crutches being money, status, or looks. This type of man's security is built on him as a person. Without the money and the status. This man still had a rotation. Although he's built an...
Repeat the question. Just had and your answer to it?
Yes.
You don't notice how times are right now?
Dudes think they can approach you nowadays with money, flashy jewelry. Or
That's
something.
what works.
It depends on what type of woman you're going after. And if you're going after that woman, guess what? That flame and all the good thing is done. You ain't gonna get that same woman.
I hear you, but there's multiple like gentlemen out there that approach women with the, oh hey, how you doing? You can't get another sentence after that.
Didn't your friend have an instance where he approached a woman respectfully?
And she said, and then he was like, oh, I'm just trying to tell you that I find you attractive. I don't need no nigga to tell me I'm attractive. Is what she replied to him. It's hard for men to give women compliments nowadays.
No, you're right about that.
You can't have a second sentence.
Dudes think they can approach you nowadays with money, flashy jewelry. Or
That's
something.
what works.
It depends on what type of woman you're going after. And if you're going after
Made men want. Don't get to asking me why I'm back at the surgery center. Shit, I got my moose knuckle goddamn lipo. And I got tired of y'all talking about it looked like I was packing. Goddamn, I was packing a full loaded cat. Don't get to ask.
My first year, I made $1 million.
If she matches with you, and then you see some shit like hun, sweetie, love, any nicknames, period, that's it. We're done. Either they're attention whoring or they're just not serious about anything. If she matches with you, and
you keep trying to virtue signal that you're smart, and I get it. Okay,
No,
cool.
I'm
you're very smart. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just trying to point
I'm saying
out-
if you're so smart, you should be able to answer simple questions.
You are asking complex questions and you're not recognizing that they are complex. I am simply pointing out to you that you are taking part in a complex discussion and desiring it to have a simple answer.
Who is more abusive towards kids and the elderly? You keep trying.
Okay, so you are.
Women go, no, come on, that's whatever. I like an honest man. Trust me, you don't. An honest man is called an asshole. But we have to say stuff like, oh, honey, come on. I don't think those women are attractive. Ugh. No, you're magically and unscientifically the only human I'm attracted to. Look at them over there with their boobs and butts. Ugh. We say things like, of course, honey. Why wouldn't I want to spend my only day off at a pumpkin patch? That doesn't sound stupid at all. What's that? It costs money? Terrific. Let me grab my jacket. An honest guy would go, what's that, pumpkin patch? Go f yourself. I'm not doing that. It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Where do you come up with all this stupid shit? I don't understand. You're like really good at coming up with dumb shit we should do. Do you have a website you go to for dumb shit? Like, how do you find so much dumb shit for us to do? Women go, no, come on, that's whatever. I like an honest man. Trust me, you don't.
A lady that was a psychologist tried to really argue with me because I said that depression is a decision. She said that's a dangerous message to be telling people. I said, ma'am, your message is dangerous because you're telling people to get on drugs. These people, most of these people just had bad days, got fired, wife left them, whatever the f. There's a reason that happened. Figure out that reason and fix it. You ain't got time to be depressed. But she tried to say, you're dangerous. I'm like, wow. This is a person who she teaches psychology or some shit. She said, I'm not qualified to speak on these things. I said, actually, you're not qualified. You've been at this school for 6-7 years, and then you graduate and you work there.
Yeah.
You are being paid to teach what you've been taught. Where's your life experiences? People like her feel like they have the authority and the right to speak on certain things and others don't. But you don't. You're programmed with some information. And science is not even exact. A real scientist wants to be proven wrong so he can advance his field of study. They're not arrogant with information. A lady that was a psychologist tried to really argue with me because
How about this? What's your body count?
None of your business. What's your body count?
Thank you. Why don't you want to tell me your body count?
Because it's none of your business.
But why is it none of my business?
Because I already begun to understand what
Use your
kind of
critical thinking
environment
skills.
this is.
Peel the layer back. Why is it none of my business?
It's none of your business because you're just going to use that to judge me.
Perfect. Why am I going to judge you?
Damn. Ooh.
Because of what you just explained to her.
Let me answer it for you. Because your body count directly ties to your value as a female. The more sexual partners you have, the lower your value, the less ability for you to garner a higher status man. The more partners I have, it doesn't affect me whatsoever. No one gives a fuck about my body count. I can have 1,000 on my wedding night. No one cares. You got 1,000 on your wedding night, you're going to get a divorce.
Yep.
So I find it interesting how you'll sit there and say, oh, it's the same. And then she also disagrees like, oh yeah, no, body count doesn't matter. Being promiscuous doesn't matter. Then I ask you and you don't want to say it. But you know, biologically speaking, your chances of finding a man go down the higher your body count.
Yep.
But you see men wife up women who are considered HOESs all the time.
And they break up.
So maybe it really doesn't matter.
And they usually break up.
Yeah, it doesn't work out. Like, you want to use like the Offset example? That was a career move. How about this? What's your body count?
None of your business.
Black women are not bosses. I'm sick of the narrative that black women are strong, independent. I didn't say strong, independent. Well, we're not. A man does not want a woman who says she's a boss.
Insecure men don't want a boss.
No man. They respect you as your singer, and they're pandering because. Of your talent, but are they taking you home and saying that's my wife?
Somehow
there's a difference.
Somehow that's a
between your art and being a wife, because the Bible, you talked about being a Christian, but it says the older women need to teach the younger women, and younger women need to listen and be submissive. But you know how many young women are not submissive to what men say? But you say you're a Christian woman. You can't be a Christian woman and buck against what men are saying. That is anti-biblical, is anti-God, and it makes you the great whore of Babylon.
I'm gonna be honest.
But don't claim Christianity if you're not willing to submit to when men are telling you. A lot of women are Christian feminists. You claim Christianity when it works in your favor, but you put down men and say, you're rebellious, you are antichrist, and you are Jezebel. Black women are not
I read a quote that said, never make the mistake of thinking that the person who is at peace is unskilled at war. And I never felt anything more deeply in my soul. Listen, y'all gotta stop thinking simply because someone chooses their peace over conflict means that they are doing so because they are afraid. No, actually, more times than not, a person who is slow to enter into conflict, they ain't doing that to protect themselves. They're doing it to protect you, meaning they know that once they go there, there's no bringing them back. And so they are much slower to anger and much slower to take action on that anger because they know once it's lights out. They see red, blank out. And then that same person who you thought was not skilled at war, that same person that you thought could be walked over, pushed over, moved around with ease, you made the mistake. And now you've seen a whole completely different side of them. And if 2025 ain't showing y'all nothing else, it should show y'all that people ain't playing no more. So my advice is that don't think that the silent person is not skilled at war. They are trying to save you, not themselves. And that's my, I read a quote that said, never make
Can you believe that trolls are laughing at this successful woman for being a single mom? This is Ebony K. Williams, the former star of The Real Housewives of New York. She's an attorney, a best selling author and a television personality. But none of that seems to matter to men who think she's a joke because she's a single mom. To be fair, Ebony did ruffle some feathers when she was interviewed by Iyanla Vanzant, and she was sharing how difficult it is for a successful woman to find her match.
Feel that the men that are available to us, they're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership. Would you date a bus driver? You. Would you date? If he owns the bus. If he owns it. If he owns the bus. See, that's a problem. That's a problem.
After Ebony admitted that she wouldn't date a bus driver, oh, there was so much chaos, but Ebony didn't care. The very next year, she took herself to the fertility clinic and got herself pregnant. She had previously frozen some of her embryos, so she got a sperm donor. And by the age of 41, she gave birth to her first child, a daughter named Liberty. Her choice to build her own family made certain men angry, with one even creating a meme saying, in her mind, this picture beats a family picture with a bus driver for a husband. He went on to write, this is a better option for the child than having an actual husband or father in her life. Instead, she has a dog in the picture. These modern women is not only toxic to society, but it's toxic to their children. That baby deserves to have a father, not an NDA and questions. That dude is obviously bitter that she can do everything she wants with her life without having to get a man. Involved. Does not having a male present for now guarantee that this child won't be successful? Leave a comment to let me know. I'm Tierka with the T. Follow for more. Can you believe that
We were in action, and she said in my ear, "Go deeper. Stay with me now." And
if you're a woman who's accused a man of doing something to you, and then all of a sudden you got caught and you were lying about everything, you should serve all the time that he was going to have to serve. If you're a woman who's accused a man of doing something to you, and then all of a sudden you got caught and you were lying about everything, you should serve all the time that he was going to have to serve. If you're a woman who's accused a man of doing something to you,
how long
What do you think men look for in a woman as well then?
They're mothers. They look for a mother.
Nah, they're not all looking for a mother, yo.
Yes, they are. They're looking for someone that can nurture them, cook and clean for them. Someone that's like their mother that they want to as well. Like. Yeah.
That's a mad statement.
Yeah. You don't need to dig Freud up to figure it out, man.
So you think most guys out there want a woman like their mother then?
100%. Yeah. And that's why men that have got bad relationships with their mothers pick bad women.
What do you think men look for in a woman as well?
They're mothers. They look for a mother.
Nah, they're not all looking for a mother, yo.
Yes, they are. They're looking for someone that can nurture them, cook and clean for them. Someone that's like their mother that they want to. As well, like.
I believe that any mother who willfully spends time as a single mother and is not breaking her neck to bring a man into that household is doing her child a disservice and herself a disservice.
I suppose.
The data indicates that kids who grow up without fathers are more likely to end up with mental illness. They're more likely to end up involved in criminality. They're more likely not to have educational attainment. It's like every metric you look at that does good things for kids are bad when you don't have a father. They're more likely to be on drugs. It takes two parents to make a kid, so why are we being dishonest and acting like it's all good to be a single mother? That's not an ideal state.
So I'm not saying it's not, but it's not an impossible state either, because I've been doing it. So.
Right. And all I'm saying is like, yes, you could get from here to LA on a Greyhound bus. You gonna make it. Wouldn't it be nicer to just take a private car? You heard me? And that's all we're saying is like, yeah, your kid is valuable enough that you should give them the best opportunity. And that's not the best opportunity. That's all I'm saying. I believe that
of the most difficult things that I deal with out here is trying to teach our people the difference between an actual fact and an opinion. Our people think that they can accept or reject truth based on how they feel about it. Your feelings don't change the truth. The truth is just going to be there. You can feel any kind of way you want to feel about it. Those kind of emotions have kept us from growing, because Anything we don't like, we just reject that and say, well, I don't believe that. That don't mean that it's not the truth. It just makes you a disbeliever. One of the most difficult things that I deal with out here is trying to teach our people the difference between an actual fact and an opinion. Our people think that they can accept or reject truth based on how they feel about it. Your feelings don't change the truth.
and this